Hey everyone, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. My name is Vishwadeep and I welcome you all on Unacademy Computer Science channel for unlimited learning. As I have announced that I will give you the lectures on how you will answer the questions of most important, most popular interview questions. So here is the first lecture, and we are going to start with some common questions which are asked in the interviews from data structure. These interviews are, of course, your placement interviews after BTech, placement interviews after MTech, and MTech admission interviews also in some colleges. So these questions I have curated so that you can have the experience that how you will answer very precisely and very concisely. So let's begin the session. And before we start the session, let me introduce myself for those members who don't know about me. My name is Vishwadeep Gothi and I work as a channel leader on this particular channel. I have written GATE exam multiple times. My rank are 19, 119, 440, 682. Few more ranks are there in computer science GATE. I have gone for my masters to IISc and other masters, BITS Pilani. 14 plus years of experience in teaching. This particular experience, rank, masters, learning, everything is dedicated towards you guys. So if you want to learn from me more, explore this channel. Just go through the playlist section and check out that how many beautifully curated playlists are available, completed playlist, ongoing lectures, and lots of things are there. Through this channel, entire team is trying to provide you quality lecture. But if you want to access more lectures, you can go to unacademy.com or you can go to Unacademy's learner app, download it and create your account in GATE ESE category. Follow my profile on Unacademy. Once you go there, in my profile, you will check out the special classes. These are absolutely free classes. For sure, you will enjoy these classes. Very interactive, innovative, and very informative classes are there. All my special classes, if you want in the organized manner, just follow this URL. If you are the first time learner on the Unacademy's platform, use this code VDEEP10 to unlock all the free classes which are special classes. These are the free classes. Hundreds of classes are available on Unacademy's platform. Just explore that. What are the benefits to attend these classes? First of all, if you are attending live, you'll be having very interactive classes. Plus, you'll be having polls feature. Plus, you will be having a raise a hand feature, means you can talk to your favorite educator like a mobile phone call. Yes, during the live class, you'll be getting notifications, lecture notes you can download. You can watch these lectures from anywhere you want. And if you are preparing for GATE and if your target is to achieve a particular admission or a particular seat in IIT, IISc, or any great colleges, then you need, apart from your learning methodology, content, and apart from every single technical thing, you will need a proper strategy that how you will learn. You will need proper strategy that how you will revise and remember. You will need proper strategy that how you will practice so that you can have a learning of solving new type of questions in the exam. All these kind of preparation plans, strategy, and everything you will get when you have very structured and organized learning plan, and that you will get on Unacademy Plus. If you will get on Unacademy Plus, then over there you will be getting live classes, very interactive, daily practice problems, weekly quizzes, doubt solving, crash courses, rank improvement batches, Hindi, English, different subjects, batches. Plus, you will get the guidance of educator, which will help you in the understanding that how you will learn a particular course in the best possible manner. This Plus subscription you can take in various duration, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 24 months. Any duration you take, use this code during your checkout and you'll get 10% instant discount plus my personal guidance plus my team's support. There is another way to take the subscription, and that is Iconic subscription. What is the specialty? Specialty is if you want to have more personalized and customized preparation, go for Iconic subscription. You'll get all the benefits of Unacademy Plus in Iconic subscription, plus you will get personal coach benefit who will give you one-on-one guidance, preparation strategy, customize a study plan, will track your performance. You will get personalized test analysis, study booster session, and this is very important point, dedicated doubt clearing instructors you will be getting from Unacademy's platform, and preparation study material extra you will be getting in this iconic subscription. This iconic subscription you can purchase for 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, and 24 months. Using this code VDEEP10, again, you will get 10% discount plus my personal guidance. New batches also started, so you can access these batches and look at this. Top class educators are there on Unacademy's platform. You can just learn from the best educators of country on Unacademy's platform so that you can have the best quality learning. Ask a doubt kind of feature you have on Unacademy's platform means you ask the doubt and you will be getting a video solution in either Hindi or English, whichever language you prefer, in the high quality video. Okay, let's start the session. Before we start the session, that is my custom, I ask each and every student, how are you today and are you ready to learn today? See, this particular session will be helpful for you in next 7, 8, 12 months for sure. Even if you are preparing for GATE, it will be helpful just because after GATE, you might have to give an interview in a college. Second thing, if you are preparing for GATE, these particular sessions will help you recalling all those concepts which we have learned already theoretically. Third thing, these sessions will be helping you in your placement preparation also. So you don't have to spend any extra time. Just come, listen and go. That's it. No any revision extra required for these sessions, just because these are the questions I'm going to ask. You are going to answer me. Okay, so here is the very first question, which is very easy but very important. The very first question: what is the difference between linked list and array? Before you go further and I will tell you the answer, pause the video right now if you are watching this recorded. First you get me the answer, and after that you just tell me that is there any point which you have missed here. See, I will not only tell you the answer here in this particular series, I'll tell you that how you will going to, or you will go give the answer of such kind of questions in interview, which is even more important. You know the answer sometime, but you don't know how to represent the answer. So you will start with this. Though linked list and array both are having, or both are linear data structures, or both are the type of linear data structures, but the major difference between linked list and array are two differences. The first one is array should be stored in the memory on consecutive locations, but linked list elements should not be. And second is the size of array should be declared on static time, but in the linked list you don't have to do it on the static time. These are the two major differences. What are the two major differences? Let me just write down here. Array and linked list. The very first difference is what I told you. Remember, type down right now. First difference is the array elements should be stored on consecutive memory locations. Here, the elements should not be stored. Should not be necessarily stored on consecutive locations in the memory. Fine. The second point here in the array, which is very major point, and that is size should be declared at compile time or static time. Before compilation. Here, not necessary. Now, because of this static size, we can have more problems like at runtime, you cannot have scalability in the array. If you want to store more elements than the size, you cannot do it. It's very tough, etc., etc. You can elaborate it. But in the linked list, it is possible. It is very easy, etc., etc. The third major point here, which I did not tell you while giving you the difference at first, just because I wanted you to remember this point, that is the access. Access of each and every element in the array can be done randomly using the index. एरे का हर एलिमेंट इंडेक्स की हेल्प से डायरेक्टली रैंडमली एक्सेस हो सकता है. ईच एंड एवरी एलिमेंट ऑफ द एरे कैन बी एक्सेस्ड रैंडमली डायरेक्टली यूजिंग द इंडेक्स, बट the elements of linked list can be accessed sequential only. So I'm writing here very precisely random access of elements possible here. And third point in the linked list, what should I write? Only sequential access possible for all the elements. Remember these points, which are more important, and of course you can get some confidence from the interviewer. So whenever you will answer it, you will have to give very precise answers in the interview. Sometimes it happens that you are answering something which you know already, but you are describing too much. You are describing example, etc., etc., etc. The interviewer doesn't need that. Interviewer is smart enough. He or she will expect only that point to point answer, very crisp, very precise, concise. That's it. So give the concise answer and you will be always into the better side. If the person is asking, can you give the example? Can you elaborate? Then you go into the detail. Otherwise, do not. Chaliye, question number 2. Can we apply binary search on linked list? This is a very, very important question. क्या हम बाइनरी सर्च लिंक लिस्ट पे लगा सकते हैं? Answer should be yes or no. You tell me first. As soon as you see that, sir, in binary search, we will have to jump to the middle index. If you remember the binary search algorithm, yes, we will have to jump to the middle index. And to jump to the middle index in the array, there is a possibility. Why? Just now only told you random access is possible using the index, but here it is not possible in linked list. So no, we cannot apply, but the answer is yes. We can apply. See, question is, can you apply binary search? Yes, sir, I can apply binary search. But if you expect that binary search algorithm will give me the answer in login time, nah, it is not possible. Why? Just because on linked list, you cannot jump to the middle element directly. You will have to go to the sequential procedure to reach to the middle element. Yes. And because of that, complexity will be not be the best one. We can apply. Yes. Apply कर सकते हैं. Complexity will not come to the login. Okay. Yes. But it will not be as efficient as on array, because in linked list, LL is linked list, okay? We, or I should say, in linked list, the elements can not be accessed. What should I write here? Randomly or directly. Understood? Now, from here, the interviewer might go deeper. Means, okay, if you are saying that linked list you can apply binary search, yes, but if you are saying that, okay, you will have to go not randomly but linearly to the middle element, then you tell me, if you will apply binary search algorithm on a linked list and you will reach always to the middle element linearly, right? What will be the complexity? What will be the complexity? So first level, you will have to reach to the half. Next level, you will have to reach to the half. Next level, you will have to reach to the half. Next level, you will have to reach to the half. How many levels are there? Log n. So what you need to do, log n, first time n, then n by 2, then n by 3, n by 2. So what you need to do is, first of all, you are having n by 2 comparison so that you can reach to the half. After that, you will have n by 4. Then after that, n by 8. This you will go how many times? Log n times. Solve this equation, you will get the answer. Why log n times? First time, first level n elements are there. Yes, you will have to reach to the half. Middle index, yes, you can reach to the middle index in array directly, but here in linked list you will have to reach to the middle by traversing the linked list sequentially. So n by 2 number of operations will be required. After that, you will divide the list into half. Yes, n by 2 elements are remaining. Yes, in that n by 2 elements list, you will have to reach to the half. Yes, n by 4 times required. Then another time you will divide the list by 2. Next time the elements total are n by 4. Among those half element you will have to reach to the middle n by 8. Such kind of how many levels you will have in the binary search? Maximum n log n times. Solve this, you'll get the answer. Sure. When binary search algorithm cannot be good option to use for searching. Okay, this is a very tricky question. Let's say you are applying binary search algorithm on array. Let's say on array. We are not talking about the linked list. On array also you are applying the binary search. But when, in what situation, or you can come up with what kind of situations where you can see that binary search algorithm will not be efficient enough. You will have to come up with certain idea. Interviews are always like weighted answers they will be expecting. It's not 0 or 1. That one question, if the person has asked, then you will have to give accurately, perfectly correct answer. Otherwise, you will get 0 marks. It's not 0 or 1. Answers of interviews are always weighted. Sometimes you will give 80% correct answers. Sometimes you will give 90% correct answers. Sometimes you will give 50% correct answers, like that. Those also will be considered. Okay. So first of all, you will have to understand binary search algorithm will be used when we have the array sorted. Fine. So first of all, the first condition where we can say when binary search algorithm cannot be good option, first, when the array is not already sorted. Fine. So if array is not sorted, of course, binary search algorithm is not a good option for searching. Second thing, let's say what happens. The interviewer will say, as soon as this particular question comes, searching, let me complete this, searching in array. So let me make it more specific. In the array only you are having an element to search, and you are applying binary search, and we are asking you a question that binary search algorithm use is not appropriate here. Why? You have given immediately the answer, sir. If array is not sorted, then yes, binary search algorithm will not be an appropriate option. Now the interviewer for sure will give you a cross question here. Let's assume the array is sorted. Then you will say, sir, if array is sorted, fine. In practical scenario, it happens that in the array, there are multiple insertions and deletions possible on runtime. So if you are inserting and deleting the elements on runtime, we will have to maintain the array which is already in sorted order. So if you are maintaining the array in sorted order, to maintain the array in sorted order, it may take more time. So like this, you can answer what second position. If array is sorted, what you can say, when at runtime multiple insertions and deletions are required. See, I'll tell you very specific example here. Let's say in an array, you are performing at different times or in arbitrary order. First of all, 500 insertions, 200 deletions, and then only one time search. How many times you are having insertions? 500 times, too large value. Then how many times you are having deletions? 200 times, very large value, and only one time searching. And for that you are trying to implement binary search. So it's a very specific scenario where you can say, instead of applying the binary search and maintaining the array in sorted order, let's have the insertion and deletion at the end. We can't control the deletion, but we can control the insertion. If it is possible, insert the element at the end of the array only, always. And deletion based on the element or whatsoever. What happens in that case? Look at this. If you are having an insertion in the already sorted array, each insertion might give you the complexity big O of n. If you remember the insertion sort. So if you are inserting in an array, every time in a sorted array, 500 insertions will take too much of time. But if you are inserting the element at the end, it will not take much time. Searching, let's go linearly, no problem at all. One time, big O of n, but 500 times constant time. Is that better to apply the linear search here? Yes. So if insertion deletions are more and searching is very less, or less frequently required, you can avoid binary search and you can go with the linear search. So it depends that all the operations which you are performing on a data structure, how many times you do it. If you are doing some number of operations more frequent, we will try to minimize complexities of those. Even though if searching or other thing complexity may increase, which is less frequent, that's fine enough. Another question. This is one of my favorite question also, just because this is very popular. This is very popular in IITs and IISc also, in the interviews after MTechs also. Why the array index starts from 0 index instead of any other number? Previously, we had some specific programming languages which were having array index starting from 1 instead of 0. But then suddenly, we have shifted, the scientists have shifted towards the other side where array index started with 0. Why? Very specific deep meaning we have, to improve the performance. Kaise? I'll tell you. Let's say if you have statement like this, a of some index I in the programming. To access this a of I, the CPU will try to reach to the address of this a of I. Yes. How CPU will try to reach? To get the address, location of a of I, what you do is you will have the formula base address of array plus each element size w into I minus lower bound of the array. Lower bound means starting index. If starting index is 0, what you will keep here is 0. I minus 0 becomes I, and W into I will be the formula. Right? So what I am writing here, if lower bound is equal to 0, then this formula will reduce to base plus W into I. What is W here? W is size of an element. One element is stored on how many locations? Now you tell me, if lower bound is some other integer instead of 0, one extra subtraction is required while getting the address of the array element. Yes. CPU will require one extra operation of subtraction. Yes. Here we do not require extra subtraction. No. Means we are able to improve the performance of array element access one time. Yes. If let's say you are accessing the array element 100 times or 1000 times or 5000 times, 5000 times this subtraction operation result will not be required, and hence for sure you will be able to improve the performance. So what you will give the answer is, if we have the array index starting with 0, in this particular case, when you will have the CPU execution of array element access, in that CPU will require one operation less to access the location of the element. Hence, we will improve the performance, and that is why to improve the performance, we have the starting index from 0, not from 1. Another question. How many comparisons needed to find minimum of a given array of n element? This we have discussed in the classroom also in the data structure. Number of comparisons for n element is equal to n minus 1. These many number of comparisons required to get the minimum of a given array. How do you do that? You remember the method. First element you take as it is as minimum, then compare this with second, third, fourth, whichever minimum you are getting or lesser element you are getting, update the minimum. The new updated minimum you will compare with further. But how many elements you are comparing? These to these with the minimum, which you have taken as the first element as it is. That's why number of elements or number of comparisons will be n minus 1. This is very, very easy. If you remember the classroom training, you will remember how you can answer this question. Then we have another question which is very, very important for gate perspective also. How many minimum comparisons required to find minimum and maximum both of a given array of n elements? This I have discussed in my data structure series in very, very detail. What we need to do, we need to find elements, n elements like this. You will compare 2 to 2 elements. First, you will create two lists. What are the two lists? Among these two comparisons, minimum goes here, maximum goes here. Among these two lists, minimum goes here, maximum goes here. Like this, we will continue till the last. Among the elements which you have kept in a minimum list, and you will have to find the minimum of all these. Half element will go here, half element will go here. You will have to find minimum of half elements, maximum of half elements. You will require n by 2 minus 1 comparisons here. Why? Just because half elements you have, n by 2 minus 1 comparisons here, and n by 2 comparisons here to make these two lists. Total how many comparisons? 3 times n by 2 minus 2 comparisons. If n value is odd, then 1/2 comparison is required more. You can make it as C. So this is your answer. This you will have to remember. If you want to check out this particular method, go to my data structure playlist on this particular channel. There are multiple playlists available of data structure. Anyone you can take, but if you will take the detailed one, Infinity Batch one, that is the latest one for the day for 21 year gate 22, and then you can access that from the minimum maximum session. Answer is this 3n by 2, seal value minus 2. Another question, how to sort a linked list? Okay, we have seen lots of questions how to perform a sorting in arrays, but how to sort a linked list? See, when a question, such kind of question is asked, a normal reaction from a normal engineer is same way as we sort array. But can we access an element directly in the linked list? No. We will have to go sequential only. Yes. So all those algorithms which we can apply on the array, we can apply on the linked list also for sorting, but there is a problem, and the problem is we might not get the same complexity as we get in the array for the sorting. Like you will apply bubble sort, there you will get big O of n square complexity. Here also you'll have big O of n square complexity just because you sort the array sequential access by sequential access only. There also linked list also sequential access, no problem. You can apply insertion sort. Yes, insertion sort also will work fine. You can apply merge sort. Yes, merge sort can work better here if you want a better complexity. So merge sort can be working. Yes, insertion sort can be working. Yes, selection sort also will work. Yes, bubble sort also will work. Yes. On the linear linked list, quick sort might not work just because we cannot traverse from two ways. In the quick sort, what you do, remember in the array, one pointer or one particular index you start from here, one index you start from here. We will go here and here. Smaller and bigger element from this side, larger element, bigger element from this side, smaller element from this side. Swap these. Remember the partition algorithm, right? We will have the pivot element selected, but how? This is fine, no problem. But how this particular traversal can be done? No, you can't do it directly. In the linear linked list, we can't do it. So if you have the doubly linked list, quick sort is possible. Otherwise, fine, we can have what? Bubble sort for sure. We can have insertion sort for sure. We can have selection sort also. Select the minimum and place it on the first position, second position, like that way. Then we can have merge sort also. We can have heap sort also. Create a heap of array and then do it. You can have another innovative solution. What? Copy the linked list elements in array and sort the array. This is engineer's solution, innovative one, shortcut kind of. लिंक लिस्ट को क्यों सॉर्ट करना है सर, हम एरे में कॉपी करवा के करेंगे? पॉसिबल है, यस, यू कैन गिव सच काइंड ऑफ इनोवेटिव आंसर्स टू इंटरव्यूअर, बट when you sense that interviewer is ready to accept such kind of answers, if interviewer is very strict and very intensive in his or her approach, then you will have to avoid such kind of answers. You can give with the such kind of answers. Chale. So all the questions for today are done. Tomorrow I will bring back few more questions from linked list and stacks and queues so that we can have few more discussions about those questions. Anybody, whoever here is willing to have more structured, organized and more appropriate learning plan for your GATE and ESE preparation, then join us on Unacademy Plus. Over there, a team of top educators will help you in preparation with the live interactive classes, DPP, doubt solving sessions, weekly tests, and multiple other benefits. If you need more personalized preparation than this, then go for Iconic subscription, where you'll get the benefit of Unacademy Plus and other benefit of having a personal coach, one-on-one guidance, preparation strategy, customized study plan. The coach will track your performance and will give you tips to improve the performance, dedicated doubt clearing instructor, extra practice sets, booster sessions, personalized test analysis. This is so important at the end of the time when you will be writing lots of tests, and when you will not get the marks, You can't understand sometimes that where I can improve or why the marks are less in the test series. Sir, I'm getting very less marks in the test. What I can do is I can give you the basic tips. But if there is a personalized test analysis for you, each and every question will be analyzed, each and every area will be analyzed, and you will be given some expert tips. Based on that, you can improve the areas where you can get more marks. For sure, it can help you at the end to improve the marks in your test and final exam. If you take any kind of subscription plus or iconic, use this code VDEEP10 to get 10% instant discount plus my personal guidance. This particular code is not a discount code only, it's a code of emotion and connection. You use this code, you can make a connection directly with me and my team. I will help you, mentor you, guide you throughout your preparation for your preparation plan. Any subscription you take, I will recommend that you go for 24-month subscription. Why? Just because you will have other exams like BARC, ISRO, etc. to give. Then you might have to appear in multiple interviews where you will have to revise all those things for your MTech admission. So long-term duration will definitely help you. Multiple other batches are going to start in the near future also, where top class educators will teach you their best courses. If you need the PDF of all these classes, join this Unacademy Gate CS Telegram channel. Over there, you get our PDF of the classes and the announcement and the future links, etc. Everything from our team. If you want to have more discount on Unacademy Plus, then you can write our scholarship test, Unacademy Combat. It's the scholarship test which we conduct on every Sunday 11 a.m. Remember, every Sunday 11 a.m. In this video description, you will get a link of this particular combat. Click on that link and enroll using the code VDEEP10 so that you can write this test freely and you can get up to 100% discount on Unacademy Plus subscription. Please support this channel by liking and sharing the sessions. Subscribe the channel, turn on the notification so that whenever I will take the classes, you'll get the notification and you will not miss the class. Thank you so much for joining and listening this video. See you in the next session. Till then, have a great day. Happy learning. Bye-bye.